Hi everyone, it's Kathy here at Karma's Creations. I'm going to do a little bit more on this wedding journal. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Paula at Art of Craftosaurus for giving me such a lovely shout out and sharing me on Facebook as well. According to the last video, I was going to have the cloth photo of the kids on the journal. Well, things have changed a bit since then, gone sideways a couple of times. This is the cover I've ended up with. I went through my box of laces and from Silk and Stitch, and I found this one in there as well, and I thought, I like this. So I've put the denim on underneath, and then I've put this one over the top of the denim. It's not as heavy as some of the other ones, and a little bit less bling. It's going to have two bumblebees here. They have significance to the two, so they'll be on the front cover. This is the inside. I haven't got very far with that. First of all, I made this card to put on the front cover with a bit of bling and all sorts of pretties. I printed the photo out in black and white. I really liked that. And then the glue that I used, because I didn't use the bone folder when I put the glue on the back and squeeze it out all nice and straight, ended up giving daughter-in-law wrinkles. Now, I showed her and she said that was okay, but I don't like it, so this one will be an extra and they can do what they like with it. This is the next one, and I think this is going to be it. I've only just started decorating. It's a little bit smaller. I printed this one out A5. This one's A4. There's a bit of difference in the size. I've put a bit of glitter glue around the thing, and I've got this little rose, or flower I should say, with a couple of leaves on it, and that's going to go there over that little heart. I really like it's got beads on the bottom where the shape of the flower is, and then it's beaded leaves, and there's a piece of chiffon silk here, silk chiffon here, and then a little bit of, it's folded up in 4s or 8s, whatever. I can't see how many layers there are, but they made that square, and then there's a piece of rhinestone and little tiny glass beads all around it, so I'll use that one on here. I'm not sure what else will go on there. I'll do it one bit at a time. The glue's still wet, so I can't really do a great deal more just at the moment. Put it over to the side. So it will go on here. Piece of cloth will go here, and that one will go there, and then there's signatures in the middle. I started working on the signatures. I started putting glue lace, different laces on the edges of the pages. I've done most of the pages, not all. And I've done 3 signatures so far, so still got some more to do. when they're all done and they're all dry, then I'll go around. I've got stickles here somewhere. Here, I don't have a red. I thought I might have had a red and I could do these little hearts here, but I've got orange. I don't really like that. I've got blue. It would be okay. There's a pewter colour. I've got gold and silver. Gold might be all right. I might go over them in gold. And I've got this pretty green, but that again is not the right colour. Yeah, there's the silver. So either the silver or the gold. And I will just colour them in and then set them aside to dry. Maybe I should have done the silver. I don't know. This is okay. I'll find a pin. Oh, there's a needle, that'll do. Just level it up a little bit. Oops, there's not much there. I can see the pink, the red through. A little bit more down there. Must have a bit of a blockage. It's going to come out in a great... Put my thumb in the glue. I have to fix that up. I have to fix it up. Why didn't I put it away? Right over there, out of the way. This will do. This will do. So how have you all been? I hope everybody's fine. We went to the sunny coast yesterday and went to the crochet convention, conference, sorry, not convention, in Twin Waters. And it was pretty good. It was a bit quieter than I thought it would be. And I did a little bit of spending. Just a little bit. I might go and get them after, and I might put these aside and work on them through the night when I can't get sleep. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but anyway, let's see what happens. I'm not as proficient with my stickles as Di is. She's pretty good. I'll put that over there to dry. Yeah, this is a bit wet, so I think I might put them up for a little bit. And I can show you a few other things. Now I found these, well, I didn't find them. I got a notification in my inbox that these new freebies were there from Julie's Paperworks, I think they're called. Pretty sure it's Julie's Paperwork. So I did write it down on a piece of paper. And of course, like all pieces of paper, it's gone missing. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Yeah, Paper Craft, Julie's Paper Craft, on YouTube. And she has a Ko-fi page, and she has papers that she makes. These must be the next month's papers coming out, or matching the next month's papers, because she normally has some freebies that are related to them, and they're frames. And it came at the perfect time, because I've used one here. So here there's 6 pieces, this one. And of course there's 2 on each piece, so that makes it even better. So they're really nice pages for your journal, or really lovely pages to make frames like I am doing. This one, it's got very delicate. This one, I think this would be nice with your stickles, because you could put the Julie colours on these, all of these. This is the one I cut out before. This one, I like that too, that's quite grungy. And this one. Now I've decided I'm going to cut this one out, and I'm going to have another go with this printout that I'd made. This one's quite saturated with colour, and I thought it might, that would be nice, but it's only the small square, small rectangle. So I think it's this one that I'm going to use. And I'm going to attempt to cut it out with these scissors. I'm not sure about this. Good thing I got spares if I make a mess of it. I'm not the steadiest with scissors. Try and line up the grooves. Oops. Bit nerve-wracking. I know I can print them out again, and that's not a problem, but I don't like wasting things. Get rid of that. Move the paper, not the scissors. Yeah, I had some success selling my Cricut machine paper cutter. I really am not proficient at using the electronic ones. The Big Shot is just, I lost money on it, but oh well, losing money on it sitting in the cupboard there doing nothing too. So 2 friends of mine have gone halves in it, and so that's very good. I had a little bit of spare money then, so what I bought at the conference was effectively free because no, it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but I can bodge it up a little bit maybe and pretend. It'll do. It'll do. Now, where's my cutter? Let's see how I go here. Rubbish. It's all right. What do you reckon? Or is the picture too bright? Should I print out another one in A5 and... I think a black and white one would go good in that one. Maybe. Where's the fabric one? That's a good question. Things have moved on this desk. They've built up. Maybe I can make one like that and then they can slip one in. Something they like. That might be a goer. Yes, I bought some new yarn. I know I don't need it. I spin my own. But this was very pretty. Gorgeous green stuff. And I bought some for a friend because every time she goes to a wool shop or show, she buys me a gift. So I thought I'd buy one for her. And I've lost that line. Where's it gone? And I bought myself a new mug with the Crochet Guild logo on it because I'm one of the founding members of the Australian Crochet Guild. And what else did I buy? Oh, one of the vendors, a friend, gave me a gift, so one of her kits, because I'm going to be buying some of her patterns, the new patterns that she's written. I'll show you them on the iPad later when I show you what I bought. That's just sticking in there and not cutting. Oh no, look at the mess it made. Nice. I'm going to have to sort that out. Nail file. Where's my little vacuum? Nope, not yet. Nope, I'll put them aside. And I've just put those papers on that stickles. Oh, I'm a bit useless when it comes to things like this. Mussed it all up. I have to get some. Poo. Anyway, John, could you grab that bag of stuff that I bought yesterday? Near the bed. Bed? Yeah, near the bed. The boxes and that. What else? I will. I got this far with this project. This is the one where I filmed myself selecting a kit. This is what was left over in that kit, if it was a real kit, and that's how far I've got. This is going to be a pouch, I think. I was going to make it with 2 pockets, zippered pockets. Thank you. There could be some in my bedside table too, actually in the Raskog. But I don't know. 2 things or just the one? I think I might just go with the one. Put a ribbon on here and go round and round, or a button and secure it down. Anyway, that'll be a future video. And here's some of my show and tell. I know I'm going backwards and forwards, but I bought this book, Amigurumi Adventures. The reason I bought this one, I've got plenty of amigurumi books, but none as cute as that. Look at all these little sweethearts. I've got lots of babies, grandbabies that would love to have some of these. And I think they'd be really good for sale too. But they're just like, first ones I'm going to make will be, if I can find these 3, the Cactus Girls. And I think I'll be doing a tutorial on that, because I think they're just too cute, especially this one with the prickly pear hair. Prickly pear is one of Australia's pests that were introduced to the country. Never mind, it's now an Aussie weed pest, and it's a cute dolly. But anyway, yeah, all these lovely girls, and I think they're all girls. I can't see any boys. I thought that was a boy, but it's got pigtails, and I know it's not because of its name. But that's the only book I bought. That was $40. I bought these 4. These are 4-ply or fingering in America. They're variegated, but very slightly variegated. And I just love all the greens in here. It's called Mandala. It's superfine 100% pure wool. This is from New Zealand. The brand of it is Countrywide Yarns. And it has 400 metres per 100 grams. This is a 100 gram ball. So there's 1,600 metres there, which is enough to make me a short sleeve, loose top, a bit like a what they call a poncho now. To me, it's a tabard, like a tabard or a closed tabard. But anyway, I got that for me. And I bought these three from a different seller. I'll just put these back in the bag and put them back in the bag. In the bag, in the bag. And this is pretty. It is acrylic and it's a chunky, but oh, it's so soft. It is absolutely glorious. I bought this for a friend who does a lot of pin weaving, which is little squares and then they're joined together. Yeah, she makes a lot of blankets. And this, in every second square, there's enough there for that many, would make a nice little throw rug. This is from the Australian Yarn Company. Panda is the brand. Funshine is the name. It's 75 acrylic, 25 nylon. There's 100 grams and 110 metres. Bendigo Woolen Mills bought the Australian Yarn Company, so... And it's in Bendigo, but isn't that lovely? I don't often buy acrylic, but occasionally I do. And acrylic is good for blankets because it can be washed without worrying about it felting and shrinking. So that was her gift. I bought myself, they've been put away already, a pen and a tape measure, because you can never have too many of them. This bag came from That Yarn Place, which is where I bought the green yarn from. They had a free bag if you got over $75 worth of stuff. Well, I bought the yarn and the book from them. Sorry, just having my pills. Yeah, so if anyone would like to see some crochet, I'm quite happy to do that on here. I am a certified crochet teacher with the Australian Crochet Guild. It's comparable to the crochet teacher qualifications that are done in America with the American Yarn Council. So yes, I can do that. I was going to show you something else too. What was that? I can't remember now. Brain's not as good as it used to be. Can't think. All right, well, I might finish that one off and upload it and show you that I did nothing that I was supposed to do or was going to do. Did everything different. Went in different directions. Shout out Julie's Papercraft. She does lovely papers, and she has a new freebie, well, 6 freebies this month, every month. And shout out Silk and Stitch, who are the people that sell the lace fabrics and silks. They are, and they're a seller of, they buy dead stock from bridal and high-end fashion shops, and then they resell them so that it's not thrown away and go into landfill or any of those sort of things. It's reasonable prices. There are good prices for all the samples, all the scrap bags, all the bulk ones. The fabrics are up to 70%, 80% off retail price, and you can get yardage. Usually if you pick a piece of fabric, it will have a list in the drop down box at the bottom, and you can pick from the different size yardages that they have. It might have a 0.7 of a metre, it might have a 1.5, and then the next one might be 3.5 metres, it might be 5 metres. So you get to choose what suits you best, or I'll show you when mine comes. I think, if I remember correctly from the last shipment, they took about 2 weeks. They're usually sent out within the week, within 2 or 3 days even. But mail doesn't always get to rural Queensland straight away. I seem to think that it needs to have a holiday in Brisbane and then go out a few days later. Surprises sometimes when we get it straight away, but that's not all the time. Okay, well, I better stop yabbering on and shut this down for the evening. Go and get my fella a feed, and I'll work a bit more on these, and I'll come back and show you, and hopefully I won't change my mind again and do something different. But this cover is definitely the cover now, and the 2 bumblebees will sit up here, which have significance for the pair. There will definitely be a front piece that looks like this, a piece of cloth, maybe a piece of paper, I'm not sure. But I'm going to have a floating spine. It won't be connected to this. It will be connected here on the sides with glue. So I can't put this in until I've put the signatures together on the piece of cloth that's then going to be the floating spine. So I'll let you see that when I get to that stage, but that's not where I'm at just yet. And yeah, this bit will go in, this bit will go in, the spine piece will go in, and then all all these fellas with their piece of cloth backing. So yes, it is coming ahead. I am decorating the after I do the lace edges, I'll go through and I'll put titles on each of these signatures. I have decided the titles are going to be, the first one is when we met, and the next one will be our marriage or our big day, and that way they can put photos in. Towards the back there'll be our children, and they can write a little page on each one of them. Just so that it's, one will be our anniversaries or our holidays, and they can put all their memories in. That way it's an interactive journal for the rest of their lives, not just their married lives, but their lives. As their one has just turned 40. I won't say that it's my son, but he's the older of the two, and she is in her 30s, so, you know, they've already lived a couple of lives, and now they're about to start a new one, and yeah. But that's where I'm at. That's where I've got to. And I'll see you, talk to you soon. I hope you have a good week. I have to go off to the doctor again tomorrow, boo-hoo. Nothing major, just my monthly check-in and prescriptions. And, yeah, after that we have to take our car up to see the car doctor. Or John's car. Mine goes to the car doctor on Thursday. Aren't we lucky having them all sick at the same time? Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.